Europe is behind. Europe already was left behind. But the big thing is we have a new world order, and there is a big trend to really push the development of AI from the US, where everything's done today, in China, to all around the world. So we will have much more growth in India, where we invest a lot. We really believe in India growth, in Latin America and in Europe. The opportunity is there. Europe needs sovereignty. However, we are still not moving fast enough. We are still talking about regulations and moving slow. It's a big opportunity for Europe. We have to move much faster. Prosus is very committed to invest much more here, and that's what we have to do together.
In terms of the European response, where does Europe fit into this AI world? Because the conversation always seems to center around US companies and what China's doing. What can Europe bring to the table?
Look, over the last year we talk about models, but most of what we are going to see on AI is over the next 1, 2, 3, 5 years. I think just started. And all the applications are going to be built on top of those models. In Europe, we have Mistral doing models, but we need here big tech, really using AI to reach all the customers in Europe, all the companies in Europe. So Europe can bring everything to the table if we have the grit to move fast, if we think big, if we embrace big tech. Many times in Europe here, people talk, no, we don't want big tech here. The result is we have big tech in the US and in China. So I was talking yesterday about, for example, consolidation. We need to have real big companies here, and many times the consolidation rules here in Europe is let's prevent all kind of consolidation. We did that 5 years ago with the Siemens Alstom deal. We did it. We don't consolidate in banking, we don't consolidate in technology, and we're not consolidating in AI. We have to change that to create really big companies in Europe. But just to remind you, Prosus is investing in Europe. Prosus is investing also in India. India is growing 7%. It's an amazing market. In Latin America, we're very excited that this is a year for delivering.
Fabricio, you're investing in all these other areas, but I do just want to quickly talk about China, given Prosus is well known for the investment in Tencent. Yes. I was having a conversation with the Google DeepMind CEO just a few weeks ago, and his view was that Chinese AI models are just months behind what Western and US frontier models are going. About a year ago, we had the DeepSeek moment. Since then, it feels China has somewhat not made those shocking movements. It's fallen out of the conversation in many ways, but actually, is the market underestimating China again?
Yes. You said it looks like that they didn't move so fast this year. Yes, they moved very fast. For example, QN from Alibaba is the open source model most used in the world. 50% of the open source models in the world are from China. DeepSeek is being used now around. There is something called AI Plus, the plan for China to have 70% of all devices in 3 years using AI. So China is moving fast. China has grit, has a work ethics of really disrupting technology and innovation. So you cannot underestimate China. The thing here is China is defending their own technology a lot. The American president is here today saying we have to defend our American companies. We need in Europe also to say let's make our tech companies global leaders, and that's what Prosus is fighting for.
So do you think the American technology industry, and in particular American technology leaders, still underestimate China's capability in AI? If that is the case, what's the risk in the year ahead?
Look, AI is like internet, or AI is like the industrial revolution. The whole world is going to use AI for everything. So China is going to keep running fast on that. US is going to keep running fast on that. Underestimating China is a mistake. But again, China and the US are doing fine.
But we're not going to see another DeepSeek moment like Arjun was just explaining, are we? We're past that point, surely.
I think we're going to see other 10 moments like that. AI exists for 2 years.
Right.
Imagine the next 10 years. We are going to see agentic companies. We are going to see process running through. Only in Prosus, we have 40,000 people. We have 30,000 agents running all kind of process inside Prosus. We are working now in our large commerce model, the brain of e-commerce. We will see agentic companies run purely on agents. We will see embodied agents, so robots that you can just talk to your agent by voice, and the robot can do tasks for you. All of that is going to happen in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So you see many moments like that. If people think AI was big last year, no, it just started. So that's the point. We have to look to long term, and we have to create an environment where Europe, and also India, and also Latin America, that's our focus, can play for win over the next 5, 10, or 20 years.
Can we break down this agent part of the equation, because it's a term we're going to continue to hear more and more this year. What you describe is the hype and hope. What's the reality? right now?
I don't think it's a hype and hope. I will tell something different. I see everyone asking when AGI is here. I think this is the wrong mindset. What we have today with sophisticated agents can already disrupt the company over the next 2, 3, 4 years. We are going to have agentic companies. As I told you, we have 30,000 agents that makes all people inside Prosus work faster. iFood, our leader food delivery business in Latin America, is run by agents and machine learning models. So all companies are going to be run like that in the next few years. I think what we are talking here is not the hype, it's what exists today that has to be deployed. Obviously, people are talking, there is bubble or not, there is, obviously a few companies are overhyped, but don't discount the impact on AI in the world.
Is OpenAI going to survive?
I think there is $10 trillion opportunities for many companies. We are still early days, so OpenAI is a big winner in the early days. I think the trillion-dollar companies in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, some of them we don't even know yet. Okay, Prosus is one of them, but the other ones we don't even know yet, and it's still early days. Remember in 1995, if you say Mosaic is going to change the world, yes, it changes the world, but the world changed a lot after Mosaic. So OpenAI is amazing. There is so much more to be built. And again, we cannot be behind. And I think I was talking yesterday about Europe not making the difficult decisions. The New World Order requires countries to be strong military, economically, and to have strong companies. We need to have strong companies, and sometimes we have to make trade-offs. And that's the only option. There is a new world order. The world is not like the past.
Talk to me about building a strong company as well. We started the conversation and Arjun pointed out that Tencent is the largest single asset on the balance sheet, but you've also been exiting companies. Udemy, you reduced stakes in Meituan, Remitly as well. What determined the timing of those sales, and should investors expect further divestitures this year, or has the heavy lifting been done?
You introduced me saying Fabricio is the biggest investor. I don't see ourselves as investor anymore. We have $150 billion in Tencent, what is great. And I think Tencent is going to keep growing a lot, the #1 company in China. But my focus is to build the leader AI company in India, Latin America, and Europe. We have $50 billion in business only on those regions. We just did $8 billion in acquisitions over the last year. And our big focus now is to deliver on those acquisitions. So, for example, we built a company in Brazil in just 6 months. 10% of the revenues come from our own ecosystem in just 6 months. We just acquired Just Eat Takeaway, the biggest food delivery business in Europe, and we are going to make it the best AI company in the world. So my big focus today is divest what's not our priority and our focus, and deliver results. Prosus was losing $500 million 1.5 years ago. This year we are going to do between $1 and $1.5 billion in EBITDA, and we are going to get to a few $1 billion in profits in the next 1 to 2 years. That's what we are doing. Our objective is to be a high growth, high innovative, and highly profitable global leader based in Europe.
Does that mean further selling down Tencent stake? Often we see people compare Prosus to SoftBank and the SoftBank investment in Alibaba and how they've sold that down to fund Vision Fund, etc. What is the strategy with your Tencent stake?
I think Tencent is going to be a much better company ahead because its most important product is based on Weixin and WeChat, and this is in the core of the AI revolution. So we are very happy Tencent shareholder, and even our buyback today, most of our buyback comes from cash outside of Tencent because we really bet that Tencent can keep leading China.
Fabricio, you've mentioned India a few times, so we just want to get a comment on that. What is and why are you so bullish on this market? It's a market where they're trying to build a tech stack within India, from payments to identity and everything else. Where do you see the opportunity in India?
Look, India used the technology over the last few years to really benefit their 1.5 billion citizens through identity, through payments. India, as China was 15 years ago, has a lot of growth ahead. It's growing 7.5% per year. It's the 4th biggest economy now. Today we have 35 companies in India, and I believe you can create. I think we are the biggest international investor in India, but people think, yeah, but India is smaller today in terms of internet size, as China was 15 years ago. So to me, India has 20 years of growth. We just IPO'd Meesho there. Meesho is selling to 300 million people e-commerce in a way that no one else can deliver around the world. So I think we should not underestimate India, and I think the Indian story is just starting.